New videos every day.
Hi, my name is Chica Christenson, and I own Results Personal Training here in Austin, Texas. And today I want to talk about energy drinks and energy maintenance and trying to figure out how we can get you to feel healthier and stronger and have more energy without taking substances that are made from chemicals and that are really not very healthy for your body. So one of the first ones I'd like to address is, where do we get energy from, and how does energy come to be, and how do we feel better when we have it, and what's going on? So one of the main thing is talking about what food is comprised of. So we've all heard carbohydrates, and we've all heard about fats, and we all know about protein, and those are the three major macronutrients that are very vital for our diet, to sustain life, to help do other things than energy, but mostly those things, the carbs and the proteins and the fat, help to break down and help to make energy. So they help get us to do several things, from natural body processes like the brain functioning, the heart working, the lungs contracting and relaxing, speaking, things like that, to walking, running, jogging, playing sports, whatever it is that you do. Energy is required, just like your car. It needs fuel in the tank to go. If it's out of fuel, it won't go anywhere. The body's the same way. So along the way, we've recently decided that we'll find the quick fix for that, and instead of eating normal foods, or instead of eating breakfast, we'll have a cup of coffee or have a big thing of energy drinks, and that gets us all pumped up and gets us lots of energy. But a lot of people don't know really what's going on and how, like other people are saying, why is this bad for me? Why is it bad for me to have energy drinks? And so a lot of the things is, our bodies were made to process natural foods, natural fruits, vegetables, some meats and things like that. And so breaking down of those macronutrients is how our body would prefer to get energy and prefer to make energy so we can do the things that we do. So when we substitute those for chemical things, then our body starts thinking, well, I'm not getting food anymore, and I have this chemical, but yet my underlying need is that I need energy from somewhere. So I'm going to keep craving this energy until I can get fed, or until I can to get the nutrients that I need to get. A lot of things that people don't take into account are how bad some of those chemicals are for us, like how bad caffeine is. Caffeine's a stimulant. It increases the heart rate. It makes makes the kidneys have to work more. So the kidneys are our main organ in the body that filter our system. So it filters everything that goes through, and it helps maintain the things that we need to keep in our body and send the things out that we don't really need. So what it does is it causes them to work harder. Excessive uses of a lot of these chemicals that are stimulants will cause a strain on the kidneys, will cause them to eventually, over a long periods of use, cause some bad things to happen, whether the kidneys are shutting down, the kidneys, something has to happen to help get rid of the toxins in the body. Important things to know about food are, other than there are major macronutrients come from them, but if you're eating small meals throughout the day, and you're eating those things that are healthy for you, the fruits and the vegetables and stuff, it also helps maintain and increase our metabolism. So it sounds kind of opposing to what a lot of people think, is that I'm going to have to eat more for my metabolism to go up. But it's not the same concept of more. It's not like you're going and eating large meals 3 times a day. You're eating very small meals. And the purpose is to keep the metabolism up. So when you start feeling a little bit tired, sometimes you can just grab a fruit, grab a vegetable, eat a handful of almonds, and you'd be surprised at how much energy that you can get from something natural and something very minimal. Like, you don't have to eat an entire energy bar in order to feel a little boost of energy and the amount that you'll get off of it. I think one of the most shocking things to know is that the Food and Drug Administration does not regulate supplements. It doesn't regulate the energy drinks. They do not regulate a lot of the supplements that are sold at the supplement stores, and you don't really know for certain whether they're actually contain what they say they contain. A lot of them are generally chemicals and not very natural ways of trying to accomplish something that your body wants through food and through nutrition and things like that. Generally, a lot of those energy drinks cause you to crash. So it's like you just had tons of sugar, or you just had a big dose of caffeine or taurine or whatever the stimulant is to try to get your heart rate going and to make you feel like you have a lot of energy. They crash. It's just like if you had sugar and then your insulin spikes, and then the next thing you know, you're feeling really lethargic, and you generally want to crave the thing that just gave it to you. More sugar, more stimulant drinks, whatever it is. So what this creates for our body is a cycle of needing energy, obtaining energy through a substitute and not natural forms. Then the body crashes, and then you need the energy again. So you reach for the same thing that just gave you the big burst of energy that you just had, and you crash. So the best way, the most healthy way to do is to sustain or maintain this peak in energy levels, but not through chemicals and not through other substances, but through foods that are natural and foods that your body will not only process but utilize every single bit of it. So a lot of those supplements and those energy drinks also put other things in there, which, to be kind of blunt, is expensive urine. Like, you're not going to absorb it all, you're not going to use it all, and your body doesn't want it, so it's going to excrete it anyway. I think this is kind of a sensitive topic for a lot of people, and a lot of people use a lot of energy drinks. But I've noticed great success rate in my clients who we've weaned off of those energy drinks and started eating a healthier diet. And they always say, and I've done the same thing myself, where I hear people all the time talking about how I feel so much better when I'm eating cleaner and when I'm eating healthier, and not really knowing exactly what they're saying and exactly what they're referring to until you actually do it yourself. And then you feel it and you're like, wow, I could do anything I wanted. I want to do all these things, and you fill your day up and notice that next thing you know, you're not sitting around on the couch anymore, that you have all this energy and you want to do stuff, make your life more productive. You feel better about yourself. You're more active, so you start losing weight. You feel better about yourself. So switching off of those things can cause you to have the reversing the cycle of feeling lethargic and needing energy to the cycle of where you feel better, so you want to keep doing it, or you feel better because you're eating fruits and vegetables, so you want to keep eating more. Along the lines of energy, and we hear a lot about electrolyte drinks and what our body needs electrolytes and how we can get them. And there's a lot of very sugary electrolyte drinks out there. Their main purpose and the reason they were originally created was for athletes. So if you can imagine, if any of you have ever played sports, or any of you haven't, like hours of grueling practice outside, sweating a lot, and in this sweating, you lose a lot of electrolytes. So this drink was created in Florida, actually at the University of Florida. That's how it's got its name. And it was created for athletes. It was created as a quick way to get athletes recharged, to replenish their electrolytes, and to do it in a quick way, which is by adding some sugar to it, so it hurries up and gets into the cells a lot quicker. But it wasn't necessarily designed for everyday people, or for people who just go to the gym and work out for 20 minutes. So a great way of getting electrolytes is through fruits and vegetables. Electrolytes are just generally charged particles, and what they do is they help with muscle function, processes of a lot of our body functions and stuff like that, without getting too detailed. But sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, those type of things. So what they actually do is help the muscle to contract and at the same time relax. So easy ways of getting those without putting chemicals in your body, or even not even knowing whether those chemicals are actually, or those electrolytes are actually in the drink, is eating fruits and vegetables and a natural type of diet and healthy, clean foods that are not processed and stuff like that, or aren't even injected with extra things, or at least they say they're injected with extra things. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any more questions, you can find my website at www.austinresultstraining.com. And if you like my video, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
If you liked this video, we have hundreds of more alternative videos ranging from sexual health to psychology to mind control. So if you liked it, go ahead and click on me to enter the Psychetruth channel.